Getting clean and reliable data out of Tally has always been a complex challenge for growing businesses. If your team has wasted hours wrestling with XMN exports or custom TDL just to build a simple reporting dashboard, this video is for you. What if you could interact with your live Tally data using standard SQL queries? Today, I'll show you how to connect Tally to a Postgres database in just a few minutes. I'll walk you through adding your company, running sync for first time, incremental sync, and querying your data. Let's begin. Let's start by navigating to the landing page. You will find the link in the video description. From there, click on Download for free. On the download page, you will see a Start Free Trial button. Click on that to initiate your trial. Once the trial has started, you can download the setup file. If your web browser displays a security warning, simply click on More Options and then click on Keep Anyway, exactly as shown in the video. After the file has downloaded, click to run it. The setup will automatically download any necessary files and install the application. After the installation is complete, the app will open. You can click Next to proceed through the screens or simply skip the onboarding process entirely. Log in with your email and password. After login, it will prompt you to set an admin password for the app. This will be needed if you use the API, which will be covered in another video. In this screen, we will list all Tally installations on your system. If Tally is configured correctly and running, it will show as running along with the port. Else, select the Tally instance you want to connect to and click on Configure. You can either use Auto-Configure or manually configure Tally to open the ODBC port as per the instructions. If you click Launch Tally, it will open the selected installation. You can manually configure it by going to the Client-Server configuration, set an available port of your choice, return to the app and click on the I configured it button. It will redirect back to the Tally selection screen. If you configured it correctly, it will show the port and a running text for that card. You then click Connect after selecting the running instance. Now, we need to install the Tally Sync extension. Navigate to Add-ins and click on Buy. It will redirect you to the pricing page. Click on Start Free Trial. It will redirect back to the download page. Once you click Start Free Trial, you will be assigned a license for 30 days to use this extension for free. Return to the app and click on Refresh. Now you will be able to see the Install button. Click on Install. It will open a pop-up where you can install dependencies based on your Tally version and database type. Since we are targeting Postgres and Tally version 7, select Postgres DB support in the DB provider section. Then select Tally Sync version 7 Postgres data support from DB support. And select Tally Sync version 7 service from Sync service. Click Install. This will install all 3 add-ins plus the main add-in. Once the add-ins are installed, the app will be automatically restarted. After the restart, a new menu called Tally Sync is added. We can click on any menu item or go to Add-ins and click on Tally Sync. We will be redirected to the Configure Database page, where we can enter our database credentials. In our case, we will connect to a local server, but we can connect to remote servers also if required. Enter a database name of your choice, your username, and your password. Alternatively, if you prefer, you can toggle the Manual Mode button, which enables you to paste your raw connection string directly. Once entered, click on Validate Connection. We will validate the connection and automatically create the necessary database along with the tables. You do not need to create any database or tables manually. Once validation succeeds, you can click Save and Continue. Now, let's go to Add Companies. Since no companies are opened in Tally, we are getting this error. Let's open a company in Tally first. We will list all companies currently opened in Tally. You click on the specific company you want to add to the sync. Once added, you can see the progress and other details in the dashboard. The first sync will take some time depending on your data volume. After that, we will sync only the data that is changed or added, so it will be much faster. Once the sync is completed, we can click on History to view all sync history. We can click on Details to see what was actually done in that session. It will give a breakdown of what type of data is synced and the exact count. If you scroll down, you can see details like the synced items and errors if any. In general, all will be a success. In case the sync stopped or due to any reason some failed, we will automatically retry only the failed items in the next sync. We also have a reconcile option in each session, which compares Tally snapshot statistics at the sync start with the database counts after the sync. We also have a live reconcile option to compare live Tally stats with the current database stats. Now, let's see the incremental sync in action. First, let's create a ledger in Tally. Now look at the reconcile screen. It will not match. Once we click on sync, it will sync only the one ledger we just created. And after the sync, the reconcile will match perfectly. Now, let's create a voucher. I will just duplicate an existing voucher. We go back to reconcile. The masters will match, but there will be a mismatch in vouchers as we created a new sales voucher. Once we sync again, it will just sync that new voucher and matches in reconcile. Now let's see what we can configure. If we click on Edit Connection, we can change the database settings. There are also sync settings which can be changed based on your system configuration. Sync interval is the interval for the automatic background sync. Tally chunk size is the maximum number of records that will be fetched in each request. Database chunk size is the maximum number of records committed to the DB per batch. Now let's look at the database to view our synced data. First, let's see the vouchers table. This contains all the fields that are there in the voucher. Related ledger data will be there in the voucher ledger entries table. Another important point, we fetch the foreign keys so we can use them to join tables instead of names. For example, voucher ledger entries can be joined using ledger ID with the ledgers table using the GUID column. We also fetch other voucher-related tables like bill allocations, voucher inventory entries, and batch allocations, along with all related masters. After using the tool, if you like it, you can upgrade to a paid plan for a 1-year validity. We have two plans, Basic and Pro. The only difference between the two is that you will get priority support in the Pro plan. In the Basic plan, there will be no support. Thank you for watching.